something not unexpected but still extraordinary unfolded when the Attorney General of New York, Letitia James, said that she was going to launch legal proceedings against Donald Trump, Don Jr., Eric, Ivanka, over their conduct of running the Trump Organization and some of the alleged fraud that has gone on a pretty massive scale. I mean, it's just worth listening to what she had to say.
We are filing a lawsuit against Donald Trump for violating the law as part of his efforts to generate profits for himself, his family, and his company. The complaint demonstrates that Donald Trump falsely inflated his net worth by billions of dollars to unjustly enrich himself and to cheat the system, thereby cheating all of us. He did this with the help of the other defendants, his children, Donald Trump Jr., Ivanka Trump, and Eric Trump.
Donald Trump has reacted on...
Oh, let's guess what he called it.
Oh, come on, you're not going to guess. I can't believe you can guess. What is it?
He said it's a fair cop.
No, try again.
He said...
This seems fair enough to me.
He said it's a witch hunt.
You've got it. Yeah. That's so annoying. But how did he describe Letitia James?
A fraud. A phony.
No, racist.
Oh, right.
So that was his...
She doesn't like orange people.
So this is the... you not. This is the statement from Donald Trump on his Truth Social. Another witch hunt by a racist Attorney General, Letitia James, who failed in her run for governor, getting almost zero support from the public, and now is doing poorly against the Law and Order AG candidate, blah, blah, blah. I never thought this case would be brought until I saw her really bad poll numbers.
I sometimes want to say, it would be great just to say to him, Don, have you ever thought what the common denominator is in all this stuff? I mean... there's a lot of people who really hate you. I mean, you do seem to be present for a lot of controversy, Don. A lot of these trials.
Or it does sound like that she laid out a legal case of what was happening, that, you artificially inflate a value of something so that you can get a loan on favourable terms. If you or I did that to our, with our bank or our building society to get a mortgage, we would be breaking the law.
The trouble is that he has been doing it for years, and there are plenty of us who are slightly complicit in this, actually. And by that I mean that Donald Trump coined this phrase, and it was truthful exaggeration, right? And when I met him years ago and I interviewed him, he would come out with things.
This wasn't another one of your holidays, was it?
It was actually
weird
holidays. Mateless holidays from hell with Emily Mateless.
Now there's a series.
But we sat opposite each other, and he told me he had the biggest ballroom in New York.
Of course.
Right? And of course I wasn't going to complain about that. I wasn't going to sort of push back and go, I'm not sure that the Waldorf is the biggest ballroom. So I kind of let things like that slip, and he'd go, we had the highest towers in New York. And he has this way of counting the towers so that you don't start at 1, you start at 16, right? I mean, imagine that doesn't make your maths easier.
But it's not
but
funny,
that's
exactly,
the point.
That's the problem.
We laugh, and that's where it all sets in, because you assume his kind of maths, his kind of accounting.
And bravura,
And we walk away from it, and then sure enough, what you thought was true wasn't true. Yeah.
But what's so interesting about this case, and it's not a criminal case, it needs to be underlined, although it's possible that it could develop into that. It's a civil
which would then
case.
be the fifth investigation, either federal or state, into him and his affairs, one way or the other.
You have got what's going on in Georgia after the give me the 11,780 votes.
You're so proud of remembering that number.
I know, one number. It's the only number I remember. It's that. It's what happened in DC and over January the 6th. It is the investigation going on currently into the bigger January the 6th investigation with the Department of Justice. It's the FBI investigation going on over the classified documents. And it's been pointed out by one of the lawyers who's been looking at this. It seems that Letitia James is trying to bar him from taking out new loans from any bank licensed in New York. And they're saying that it's pretty much any bank anywhere in the world, because they are all registered in New York, and that would put Trump out of business.
The Newsagents. This is a Global Player original podcast.